Hey guys, welcome to the video. In this video, we actually got my Milwaukee Packout tool bag here. So this is a tool bag with the strap. So I can carry this with the handle here, or I can carry it by the strap here with my shoulder or whatever. So this is kind of like a tool bag that I found to be very versatile. I actually used to carry a what's this brand here? I forgot the brand's name. Hold on. Tough Build. So I actually used to carry a Tough Build from Lowe's. One of their rolling Big Mouth is what it's called. And that thing was pretty massive, and all the tools actually used to fit in there. But the only problem with that was I didn't have a lot of pockets in there. I wish like there were pockets on both sides, but there were only pockets on one side, and then like two on two sides or something like that. So I used to keep things in there, and it was pretty good. I used to carry that around, but I feel like it was pretty massive, and also it's just I just can't carry anything else with it because my Packout stuff wouldn't fit with that. So I got a whole Packout situation going on. So I was like, okay, if I get this, I can actually put it on top of my rolling ones. And like I also got to carry, for example, little Packouts like these. So when I'm doing like electrical work, this is like my electrical Packout. I've got all the wire nuts and things like that all in here. So I carry things like this. So if I'm doing plumbing, I have a bigger one for plumbing and things like that. So it just gets easier, because right now I would have to carry these things separately. But if I keep it with all the Packout or the same system, then that would be that. This one is a 15-inch. I was actually trying to get an 18-inch, but didn't work out. They just didn't have it, and I was trying to look into multiple stores. These things they don't really stick around. I don't know, people just grab them. So I guess a lot of people really like them or whatever. So there's a strap here. You could keep longer items like levels and stuff, looped in here. This can be tightened up so you don't lose your stuff, or it could be loosened. And the way you put things in is you could unbuckle this and kind of buckle things in. Your longer items pretty much. The only longer item I got in here is this tripod. This is a tripod I got off Amazon. I can leave the link in the description, but this kind of folds out. There's also a button here. This connects to my phone. So most of the time I'm not actually carrying my camera or anything. This is my Packout Tote that I'm shooting with right now. I'm actually starting to carry this literally today, and in this tool bag actually. So I'm gonna be carrying that a lot more. But this thing is pretty good because it has a mount for regular cameras, and then it also has a mount for a cell phone as well. On this side here, there's a bunch of pockets, right? In these pockets, I've got a snip. This is a Milwaukee snip. I've had this for some time now, and this is definitely one of my favorite. I don't really snip a lot of stuff that's metal or whatever, so I don't really need it that much, but I do need it when I need it. I've got a lineman. You always gotta have these things. This is a Milwaukee one. I've had this for a long time too. By a long time, a couple of years, guys, because I haven't been working like that for long. So yeah, I've had this for a very long time that I've been working. This is a level. I actually got this recently. This is also from Milwaukee. This thing is pretty good. The magnetism on this thing is top notch. Anything you put this on, it will not budge. Let me show you with this level. Oh, this is not metal, but you get the idea. It's pretty strong. It got 4 huge magnets, very strong, and it's pretty easy to read and everything. It has a ruler on it, which I never used, of course. Oh, it also has degrees, degrees. Oh, for the things, if you want to go 0 degree, you got to follow this. 45, you got to follow this. 90, you got to follow this. Things like that. So, it's pretty strong. I think it's aluminum. It's pretty lightweight, but it's very strong. So it's kind of why I picked it up. Then I got these favorite wrenches of mine. This is a Milwaukee, and I actually keep 2 of these. This came in a set. you know, these are my favorite. I always carry these with me. They've been very good to me. It's not auto. You have to adjust it and then you got to use it. But very reliable, and you know, I really like working with these. Like I've had a lot of pair of these from, you know, Home Depot, Lowe's, you know, other brands and things like that, and like nothing ever matched to these Milwaukee. So they haven't been replaced for a very long time. I had this for like 3-4 years now. So, you know, I've had this for a long time. Then I got this, you know, heavy duty scissor looking thing. It's pretty, you know, this is very helpful, especially if I gotta like, you know, cut through like some big packaging or something that's like really hard to get to. This really helps. Really use this a lot actually. I'm glad I actually use it, because like when I bought this, I actually thought like I wasn't gonna use it as much. So kind of glad I use it a lot. Then I got a pair of, you know, regular scissor. Forgot where I got this from, but this is Westcott Titanium. Not sure what brand it is. Probably from, you know, Walmart or something. But you know, I got this pair of scissors. Sometimes I use it, not really a lot. I kept this. Don't know where I got this from or where I found it, but yeah, I find a lot of tools around, like, you know, places I work at, you know, houses we buy. There's always some stuff that I always find, but this is something, you know, that I just kept to, you know, use, but haven't used it at all yet. So might just go back to the van, but you know, haven't used it at all. Hoping to, like, you know, get, you know, be in handy someday. And then like on this side here, there's a bunch of pockets in the inside. You know, I just keep my longer extension, bit extension here, and things like that. That's pretty much it. I've got, I think, 3 slots in here to put stuff in. Then I got a hammer. Like there's a, so let me show you guys a little bit better if I can show you. So this thing actually like has like all these pockets on this side, and then more pockets on this side, and then there's space in the middle. So with the space in the middle, I basically keep my larger tools. Like for example, my speed square here. I like these. These are, you know, I think these are powder coated or something. This is from Lowe's. I got a, you know, pair of these. One of them stay in my, you know, with my flooring bucket, and then this one kind of stays with me. Don't really use this that much, but you know, except for flooring. This is a hammer, 20 ounce. I have 2 hammer, one of this, and then this would basically, like, you know, if I'm trying to, like, you know, drive a nail in or something. And I also have a demolition hammer, which looks exactly like this, but it got a lot of teeth here, and then it's a little bit bigger than this. So these are my 2 hammer that I keep with me. That one actually stays on the van because I don't really do a lot of demolition work, but when I do, I get that out. This one is pretty lightweight, and it's pretty nice, you know. This is something I carry on the bigger side. I've got a few. This one is like a putty applicator, and then this is a, you know, like kind of like a scraper or something. This is a painter's tool, but like, you know, I don't paint, but you know, I use this to scrape stuff, you know. I've got all sizes of, you know, drywall knives and stuff. Those are all in the van. Don't really, you know, obviously carry them. This is a needle nose plier. I don't know where I got this from, probably Walmart or something, but I don't know if I ever needed a needle nose plier, but most of the time I carry this, you know, in my pouch all day. I mostly do electrical work, so this thing, you know, kind of like gets through all my needs. Never really needed a needle nose plier, but you never know when you need one, you know. And like, you know, I needed it a couple times in my life, and whenever I needed it, I never had a needle nose plier. I always lose them, and then I go out and buy it, and then I lose it again. So that's why I just kept it here. I probably will never use it, but it's there. I've got these, you know, these 2 scrapers and knife. Showed you guys. And I keep 2 of these, you know, screwdrivers. And I got this one first. This one is 2-in-1, so it's a flathead, and then this one is a, Phillips said, this is kind of like what I need, like pretty much all day. I can go with this and go about my whole day. This is my second one. The first one I actually damaged because I was actually using it as a chisel. Hammered it and then it broke. So I don't even know where that one is, but this is my second one. And I don't know if you can see, but it gets pretty abused heavily. But this one is very versatile. It's very lightweight. It's always flips around with me. And then like I bought this one, I've been carrying for a long time too. This one has a lot of bits, and the best part of this is the reason why I actually really liked it is because I could have all these bits. This is kind of like all the bits that you really need, and then like you could take this off and put it on the impact, and then you could use this as an impact socket, and then you have all these bits in here. So it's kind of like all in one. Like you don't really have to like carry a whole thing of bits separately and screwdriver separately. So I kind of like it because of that. It's a little bit heavier than that, but it's not that heavy, so it's good balance. This one is from Harbor Freight, one of my favorite tool. This is a scraper. You have no idea how much this helps me, like scraping something off of glass. If I'm doing like some sort of glass installation or whatever, window installation. Right in front of me is a countertop that I still have to cut and like put a sink in, but there's a sticker on top of it. This is gonna help me big time, to get things off of things very clean. Really like this, and this only cost me like $1 or something, so very helpful. Harbor Freight, shout out to Harbor Freight. Then I got this. This is a DeWalt, I don't know what it's called, but like it lets you drill or screw things like in a 90-degree situation or like in a tight situation. I needed this a few times in my life. It's very helpful. If you don't have this, it's a very helpful tool. You can turn this around too, so very helpful. Then I've got 3 sets of these Hicks sets. This is an electrical one. I actually got this Milwaukee one. Really liked how it looked and everything. I don't even know if I needed it, but this one has more of these bits than the one I had. I actually had a Husky, I think? Or was it a Husky? I forgot what I had. I think I had a Husky one for a very long time, for years actually. And then I saw this one and I was like, okay, I might need these sizes someday. So I was like, all right, let's upgrade. And then I got these are Torx. And then I've got this one as well. This is, sockets. This one here is a Milwaukee bimetal blade with this, this thing here. So you could replace these blades, and honestly, I don't know if it's the blade, but like I'm not really a fan of this. I tried cutting screws and stuff, and it took me a while. So I don't know. I feel like maybe it's the blade, but I'm not sure what happened to it. Yeah. But like if you gotta cut something real quick, and I don't want to go back to the van to get something to cut with, this would help big time. And then I've got a pry bar. This is something that I've had for a very long time. You could probably tell by the shape of it, and it could help you out in a lot of jam. Like holding something up, like something like a door or something, while installation. Sometimes you gotta pry open a door or things like that. Like this thing helps big time on a lot of things. And then I've got a crowbar here. Now this is like a trim crowbar, and this came with in a set of 2. So to remove trims and stuff like that. This is a Cobalt. Got it from Lowe's. So this stays with me in case I have to like pry open a trim for any reason. And there's like three big pockets here on the outer side in the inside. So you know, those things like kind of holds my everyday tools, whatever is in my pouch right now, like my electrical, we call that electrical pliers and things like that. Those are all basically stay on the outside here. That so I can take it out and use it pretty fast. So that's kind of what that is for. Sometimes it's a little bit annoying to fit things in here. They do kind of go out of place sometimes, but you gotta play with these things. But I don't like carrying a lot of stuff because I don't really like carrying things much. But sometimes you gotta kind of think about what you really need, what you can need, and things like that. This is kind of like all my manual tools, most of it, that can serve multiple purposes sometimes. So I don't have to run back and forth to the van. This is a light I actually got recently. This light stays in this bag. Now this I actually had a Craftsman light for a very long time, and that thing used to take 3 AA batteries, and I used to run through batteries like crazy because if you're let's say you're working in a tight attic or in some dark place and you need light all the time, that thing used to deplete very easily. The problem is not the depletion. The problem is you got to keep changing these batteries and things like that, and that can become very costly. This one I actually got from Home Depot. It wasn't a lot of money. It was probably $30-40. This one it swivels and stuff. You can go any direction with lighting, and this also has 3 lights, and then we have another light here. Now this one you could tighten and loosen to kind of put a floodlight or a spotlight with this metal one. And this thing is very, very, very bright. So it's pretty bright, very bright. And then you can charge this. This is the best part. You could charge it with a USB-C charger. So this is charged to the full right now. So I always keep this with me, and I got a thing where you can hang it with something, or keep it standing up on something like this. It also has I don't know where it went, but it also has tripod mounts. I don't know where it went. I'm pretty sure it had those. Are you serious right now? Was I just dreaming things? You gotta be kidding me. I swear I saw 2 mounts that I can mount this to. I'm not sure where they went. They probably ran away. Okay, this is crazy. I'm pretty sure I saw some mounting options with a tripod or whatever. Okay, it's not here. That is crazy. I'm so serious. I literally saw them, and then I was like, all right, let me grab a tripod for this thing. Unfortunately, this one doesn't have it. That is crazy. Wow. Huh. I don't know if I'm missing something, but that's the light. It's pretty good. Very helpful. This thing stays on this side. Now this side is very open. This side doesn't have pockets, right? On this side, but it does have a pocket up here, which is very shallow, and it only goes up to here, up to where the red is. So that's the only kind of thing. So this is probably good for it folds out a little bit, so it's not it's squished in there. It folds out here a little bit, so you could probably put bits and stuff in here, longer bits and things like that. For example, I could put this in here so I don't get poked or anything. Good job. You see, I'm learning things, right? So things like that, maybe pen and things like that. But on the outside here we got a bunch of stuff. Problem with this side is that whenever you put things here, whatever I put here, this is a flashlight I keep all the time with me. This is also rechargeable from Milwaukee. This also has a laser pointer. So this thing, and then maybe a long bit, and then in these pens. I always keep these with me on these little pockets. But when you do that, you try to lock this to some a Packout, what do you call that, the rolling tool box. like you have to really push it, because like these things like would not let it go in and lock in, right? Probably because, you know, of the size, obviously, but I don't know why they didn't they could have definitely designed that better. But again, it's a good thing that they put these little ones on this side and the big one on that side, because like these little things, at least, you know, you could actually push it and lock it in. But you know, bigger things would mean like it wouldn't lock in at all. There is a strap here. You could probably strap something to this if you need to. And then yeah, we were on this side, right? There's also a zipper here, not only on top, there's also a zipper here. And this zipper, this is pretty big, you know, it comes up to like under the padding here. This is a padding, like, you know, whenever you're carrying it, so you don't get like all tired. So this is some padding. Some nice thoughts, you know, that they put into this. You know, you have some, you know, you could put some stuff in here, which is pretty nice. I keep this with me. I haven't needed this so far, but one time I needed it for something and I forgot what it is. But so I was like, all right, it's $1, let's grab one. So I just keep it clipped in like that, you know. This also like helps me keep things organized, because like I keep this bit set. This is actually an impact rated hole bits, you know. So this thing has like all kind of sizes, and they are multi-material. So I actually use this on multiple materials, and they're really good. They're really, really good. So I've definitely used this a lot. And I also carry this. This is like a bit set. I also have a car, you know, interior tool, and you know, all my bits are in here that I need. I don't really get into this much. Everything is kind of on my screwdriver, so this is just an emergency, you know, whatever I need, it's here. These two things, you know, they can stay upright, standing up like that. And then what I would do is I would put my light in, you know, like they all like stand up and like, you know, stay stacked like that. And then I would put this thing in to kind of divide the rest of it. So like this is kind of what it looks like. I don't know if you can see. So, you know, they tuck in very nicely. And then like my loose stuff, this is a, you know, screwdriver set from Climb Tools. You know, tiny screws. This is needed for like thermostat and stuff like that. So I have this. Nowadays, like, you know, other things came up, like, you know, other, I've seen like Milwaukee ones. You could put all the stuff, like, you know, like my other screwdriver, you could put all the, you know, little bits in the screwdriver. At the time when I was looking for this thing, this was kind of like the best thing I found. So, you know, sometimes, like, you know, you buy something, like you could find something that's better. This is a small little tape measurement. Really like this. I use this all the time. This actually, I don't know how it got here, but this actually stays on my belly here. This always stays with me. This knife always stays with me, you know. Yeah, so, and then I also have a pack of Milwaukee blades, general purposes. So this thing, you know, if you use Milwaukee blades, like, you'll never go back to anything else. It's really good, very high quality blades. And then I've got this, one of my favorite light. This is a, you know, you got multiple modes and everything. It needs new batteries, but this thing, you know, another thing about this is, like, you know, again, it needs batteries. There are rechargeable ones. I just don't want to spend that kind of money again. When I bought this, there were no rechargeable ones, so it just kind of sucks, you know. Like, I just buy something and then I find, like, oh my god, you know, they already came out with something new. And, like, you know, this, you know, other side of it, like, you know, whatever is left out here, I kind of carry, like, you know, whatever I have to carry for the day. For example, right now, I was actually doing some dimmer switches, 3 dimmer switches. So I actually got this pack of 3 dimmer switches, and then you know, I would just put it here, and then, you know, for those I would need some, you know, covers. So I would put those in and things like that. You know, whatever I gotta, you know, kind of roughly carry, I just put it on this side. That kind of helps me, you know, with carrying less things. This is also where my my impact gun goes. So, like, whenever, you know, I'm done with my work, my impact gun would here. It wouldn't stay on this, you know, thing, obviously. Nothing really stays on this except for that measuring tape. Even my knife goes to one of these small ones on this side. On this side we've got two big pockets. This is where I keep my tapes. So I keep an electrical tape, sometimes a couple of bits like this T25, and then a Phillips head. Like those are very important bits that I always need. So my tapes kind of stay here. Plumbing tape would also stay here. I don't know where it is. This is my safety goggle. This is from Client Tools. I also got a Milwaukee one. But yeah, these always like switch around and like stays near me. So like you never know when you need it, and I highly suggest using them. Sometimes you never know, because a lot of things went in my eye, and I even went to the hospital for while cutting a floor piece up. Very embarrassing. It could ruin your day. I also keep a pair of gloves. These are firm grip. I have a whole pack of Milwaukee ones, but these I was wearing them and then I got very comfortable in them. They got worn in, so I'm just wearing this as long as I can. They also stay on the bigger side here. Now coming up to my tool belt, I wear this harness. This is from Husky. The reason why I got this is because I used to be like very lazy. I used to be kind of like, I used to just go around, be like a pocket electrician, and that kind of like used to hurt my back. It's like this, all the weight would be on this side, and I would carry all my tools in this little pouch. This is from Tough Belt. This is from Lowe's actually. So this is a very good system too. This belt came with them, so I got this belt, that big mouth. I also got this, and then I got another one, a little one here. Now, this one is shallow, so I keep like I was doing some outlets and stuff, and they were like they were inside the wall, and the clip wouldn't be, they basically needed spacers. So I carry like spacers, wire nuts and things like that, like things I can easily grab and things, like if I gotta do like drywall, I would put my screws in here, so it's like it's not deep, so like you can easily grab things. So big plus point on that. And then like you could hang things over here, so sometimes like I would keep my wrenches here, so I just try to keep like balance on two sides with these both pouches. So I would just distribute the tools in both of them. After this harness, like I don't have any pain, like I could be carrying this all day and like I would have no problem. All the weight kind of like rests on your shoulder, and there's like very thick padding. This one on the other hand, like carries like all my electrical stuff most of the time. I'm carrying some of the spacers here that I'm using. My phone goes in here very nicely. Things as if like it was like built for my phone. I could take it easily in and out. So I keep my phone in there. They come with very easy, quick release things. I have the other end on my truck, in my van door, so I can just I take these off and I just put on my van door. Sometimes like in an emergency work, I just need to grab some stuff, I just carry this. Most of the time I would have a clip on my belt, and that would just I just take it and I just leave it and it's there. So very easy stuff. Really like my whole setup. My impact gun kind of stays here because I try to put whatever I try to put, I try to kneel down or something, it would drop. So this is the most secure spot for this. Right now, as you can see, my mic is here, but most of the time I would just like keep my measuring tape or something, or my pen over here. But there's like 3 loops here, so I could use this for multiple purposes. Other than that, I mean, like most of the tools I have, they're in like Milwaukee Packout drawers. Well, not tools actually. My parts, like for example, like these things, like they would be in drawers. You guys can watch my van tour video to see how I organize my van. But most of my stuff is in like packouts, and like they're kind of organized by whatever job it is. Like, you know, if it's electrical, I would carry this. This kind of has like most of my electrical, you know, like wire nuts and things like that, whatever I would need for electrical. You know, if I need something else, like I would just carry one of those rolling, you know, tool bag. I have two of them. I had a whole different setup, so I have two of them for some reason. But you know, like I would carry things in those, and like, you know, it'd be like very easy to carry things in and out. Right now I'm just doing electrical, so I don't have any employees working with me, but most of the time I do. So they basically carry all my stuff, so I don't really have to worry about carrying weights. But you know, sometimes when I'm working on, like, you know, my own stuff, I just have to carry things on my own. So this is like kind of my go-to. This you know, thing here, harness here with the belt. I can keep all my, you know, pouches here very easily and pretty quick. And then like this bag here helps me a lot. I thought it would be heavy, but you know, if you carry by the handle, it doesn't feel that heavy, but it does feel very heavy if you try to carry by the strap. I don't know why. I recently broke my left hand, so maybe because I don't have a lot of strength left. So I got this 16 footer. This thing also stays on the big side here, right next to my safety goggles. There you go. So, you know, that's kind of like my setup. I really like how it is. This is kind of like all I need most of the time. Everything I don't have here is in my van, so I always just, you know, have to sometimes go back and forth, grab them. Other than that, you know, that's pretty much it. All the larger parts kind of gets carried in like bigger bags and things like that. So if you guys have any questions, let me know in the comment section below. Thank you so much for tuning in today and watching my video. And if you guys want to see my van, make sure to check that out as well. I'll leave that in the description as well. Thank you so much for watching. See you guys next time. Peace.